Kingdom in the fog. Very thick fog this morning. There's like too many cars coming in, at least not right now. It's 7:30, 7:40 actually. Place to go all the way to the left. And up there last time, didn't even follow my own advice. But there's really only like one car less in the middle lane, so not that big of a deal. As you can see, very foggy morning. Should clear up today though. We're at the Ticketing and Transportation Center, TTC. Gotta take a ferry or a monorail over to Magic Kingdom. I usually take the ferry. I enjoy the ferry. This last time was extremely crowded. Usually both lanes are fine here. Just guide people into different rows. I think. I can't see around this gigantic vehicle in front of me, but I think that's what's happening. Yes, we are going in different rows. Where are they going? Head towards Magic Kingdom. Hey guys, Theme Park Mark here, and it is now day 2 of this Florida trip, and I'm at the second park here at Disney World of 4 that I'll be visiting. This is Magic Kingdom today. I'm actually at the Ticketing and Transportation Center, the TTC. Going to be taking a ferry or a monorail over to the main park in just a moment. I'm excited to get back on Tron and Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Pirates of the Caribbean, Haunted Mansion, many others. No Thundermountain today. It is still being refurbished, sadly. But yeah, let's head on over. Excited to take you guys along with me for the ride as always. Let's giddy up. Usually they had trams going here. Doesn't seem to be the case this morning. Looks very gloomy with the fog, but the fog should lift over the next few hours. Actually gonna be a pretty nice day. I think a high of like 74 degrees Fahrenheit. And it looks cold. It's actually not. It's, I think, about 63 right now, so not too bad. Actually did not wear my coat today. But let's head towards the main hub here. I think I'll probably try to take the ferry if I can. That's what I usually do. Don't think it's necessarily faster unless a ferry just pulled away and then you have to wait for the next one. Maybe the monorail will be faster at that point, but I don't know. I like to take the ferry over. So that's what I'm gonna try to do. Yep, even after what, 16,000, 17,000 steps or whatever it is I took yesterday at Hollywood Studios, back at it again this morning. Feeling good too. It's a nice long day here at Magic Kingdom. It is about 7:55 right now. I never seem to make rope drop here because I always fail to take into consideration how long it takes to actually get to the park. But I'll get there eventually, maybe around 8:30-ish. And park's open till 11 tonight, so another long day. Even longer than yesterday. Let's head on in to the TTC. Alright, I ran through security. There's the line for the monorail. It looks pretty long. I think the ferry might actually be faster. I don't know. I'll take it anyway. Looks like we're immediately on the ferry boat. So let's head on over to Magic Kingdom, which is, I think, that way.
Good morning.
Hard to tell through the fog. Alright, so it was one of the last ones on the ferry boat and one of the first ones off. Why? Because just pretty much go all the way to the other end of the ferry boat as soon as you get on it. Because it doesn't turn or anything, so where it docks is going to be the opposite end of the boat. So my strategy is to always go to the other end of the boat as soon as I get on it. Alright, let's head on in. Magic Kingdom. My first lightning lane I think is in about an hour. I'll check the line for Seven Dwarfs. I think I might wait in the standby for that before signing into the first lightning lane, which I think it's a small world. So let's head on in, Magic Kingdom. Alright, we're in Magic Kingdom. I don't think I showed this yesterday, but my card is Chewbacca. Love it. I'm gonna have to hang on to that one. So the wait time for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is posted 55 minutes, so that's where I'm gonna head first before signing into my first lightning lane for the day. We still have the Christmas tree up here, 3 days after Christmas. Bet they probably keep it up till New Year's anyway. Just as impressive as the Disneyland tree, I think. Alright, let's head towards Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Alright, on the way to Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, figured I'd take a quick look at the big castle. Twice the size of the one at Disneyland. It's very impressive. It's not the biggest in the world. I think that's Shanghai. But this is a very sizable castle. I was thinking earlier, oh, I gotta go see the dragon underneath. I think that's in Paris, not here. They actually have shows out in front of the castle here at Magic Kingdom. All right, onward, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, which I think is this way, if I remember correctly. Side view of the castle. I'm getting my castles mixed up. Guess that's only a good thing. That means I'm visiting other Disney parks around the world. Let's start with the front row ride, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Yeah, that was front row on Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. I think that's the first time I've ever ridden front row on that, actually. At least to my knowledge. It's a great way to start the day. It was a posted, I think, 75-minute wait once I got to the queue, but only ended up waiting about an hour. So not too shabby anyway, for how busy it is anyway. Now it's time for Lightning Lane number 1, which is It's a Small World. So I'm going to head this direction and get signed in for the first time today, and then start seeing what I can book after that. Seven Dwarfs, it's a fun little ride. I like how the mine carts kind of sway a bit throughout the ride. It's very well themed. It's just on the shorter side. I think overall, I'd probably take Slinky Dog Dash over Seven Dwarfs. I don't know, what do you guys think? I think the theming overall is better on Seven Dwarfs, but just as a coaster, I think I enjoy Slinky Dog a little bit more because of the launches. They're both just fun Disney rides, what you would expect. All right, I'm headed to It's a Small World. It should be right around the corner here. All right, all scanned in. Let's have a ride on It's a Small World. I think it's just a regular version too. I'm not sure if they do a holiday version here like they do at Disneyland. I don't think they do. Either way, let's have a ride.
Bienvenidos. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y For your safety, please remain seated throughout the voyage, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs.
It's a Small World. It's very, very different in terms of the layout and the set pieces than the one at Disneyland. Of course, Disneyland's not the holiday version right now anyway, but I'm talking about the regular version. A little bit on the shorter side, I think, compared to Disneyland's, but still enjoyable. And one downside to riding that in the morning is that the song's going to be stuck in my head the rest of the day, of course, which kind of stinks. Anyway, I'm onward to Little Mermaid because it's showing a 5-minute wait on the app. So I'm gonna head there next. I did book a lightning lane for Pirates at 7. I know I can do better than that, so I'll probably fiddle with that a little bit to try and get a better time. Yeah, Little Mermaid up next, and then I might do, I don't know, maybe the Peoplemover and Carousel of Progress. After that, over in Tomorrowland. That's the plan for now anyway, but of course, as you guys know, plans do change very frequently for me. Tucked away back behind Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is a Little Mermaid ride. It did say 5-minute wait, but I'm already starting to doubt that. We'll see. Alright, timer's at 15 minutes, so yeah, close to a 20-minute wait. Definitely was not 5. But either way, let's have a ride. Little Mermaid.
That's what this story's all about. Hey, where you been? I've been waiting for you. Oh, this is such a great story about how Ariel became a... with that Ursa. Ooh.
got so much down here. There's no reason to go up there. You will keep floating under the sea. But the sand goes deep, but fishing the goal is lucky. But he beat us, fry us, and eat us in fricassee. We want the land folks off the core. Under the sea we all souls, so sad, so true. They come flocking to that golden right like the bright and shining on a kiss me babe. Sha-la-la-la-la-la in that side.
There's Little Mermaid, pretty much the same as the California Adventure version. There's some subtle differences. I think the backwards descent there at the beginning, I think is a little bit longer on the Magic Kingdom version. But pretty much all the scenes are the same. They don't really need to change much of anything anyway, because they do tell the story pretty darn well of the actual movie. So, continuing on, I think I'm going to head into Tomorrowland next. I'll probably start with the People Mover and then do the Carousel of Progress. Buzz Lightyear, I think, is down for refurbishment, much like Big Thunder Mountain. So those two rides out of commission for now. So People Mover coming up next. Alright, just took a bit of a break to charge the glasses, and also because I hadn't sat down, besides the rides, I hadn't sat down since leaving the car. So nice to get a little bit of a break in. While I was on my break, I did manage to bump up the lightning lane times that I had for Pirates and Haunted Mansion to about 1 o'clock hour. It is now about 11:40, I think. And also bumped up my lightning lane for Tiana's, which was at like 6 o'clock when I started, and now I got it to about 3 o'clock-ish, which I think is fine. And so, yeah, that was just from kind of refreshing. So basically you go into the lightning lane that you want to make a change to try and get a better time. You go into that and then you do modify plan, and then you can just go and keep refreshing to see what the times are to try and get a better time. You have to be very quick with it, and you also do need to pay attention to the time once you actually click on it, because sometimes it'll say like, you know, the time will pop up as like 12 o'clock, and then you click on it and it's not 12 o'clock anymore, like it's like 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock. So you gotta pay attention to that too before you actually make the change to your lightning lane to try and get a better time. I'm headed to People Mover next, and then the Carousel of Progress. And I think it'll be about time for those lightning lanes that I mentioned. So that's what's coming up next.
Permanezca sentado y mantenga sus manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del vehículo. Y cuide a sus niños. Gracias. Please step carefully onto the moving platform and step into the car.
Greetings, intergalactic travelers. Welcome aboard the People Mover, presented by Enterprise. I'm Block 5, your guide aboard this highway in the sky.
Transfer to green and red lines.
Don't worry, your express train keeps on rolling through the future, right by two of my favorite spots. Do you know Progress City inspired Epcot? And a lot of the visionary ideas throughout Walt Disney World. Look, there's even a tiny People Mover. I wonder if that means there's a tiny ORAC. On your right is Star Traders, home to the greatest goods in the galaxy. Except actually.
Now approaching Tomorrowland Speedway. Tron Lightcycle Run.
I haven't done it once.
And these are two of
I think driving around the rental car around Florida is enough for me. Good for the kiddos though.
Attention all visitors from Galaxy Edge 31. Please keep forward-facing tentacles clear of oncoming vehicles. Thank you.
Tron. Probably be finishing up last run of the day here at Tron. Maybe tonight, I guess. Pretty late tonight. Holiday overlay going on in Space Mountain. I can hear it, but I don't see anything. It's pitch black. Oh, there we go.
Please keep forward-facing tentacles clear of oncoming vehicles. Thank you.
To your right is the Astro Orbiter Fellowship. Hop aboard and launch high above Tomorrowland for a spin of multiple planets. Take the time to see this show.
A lot of people.
To go out and
the Peoplemover.
tomorrow.
Up next, Carousel of Progress. Is over here.
Yeah, it looks like the Robins are getting ready to celebrate Valentine's Day today. What year is it? Oh, right around the turn of the century. Believe me, things couldn't be any better than they are today. Say, Mother, I was reading about a fellow named Tom Edison who's working on an idea for snap-on electric lights.
Electric lights? No more kerosene, no more gas.
Sarah sure gets to the core of the apple.
But we do have this new wash day marvel. Now it takes me only 5 hours to do the wash. Imagine, it used to take 2 days.
Well, that's right, folks. Now Sarah has time for other things
Like canning and cleaning the oven.
Yes.
There's a great big beautiful tomorrow, just a dream away.
Uncle Orville's taken over the coolest spot in the house, of course, and he's rigged up a real clever contraption. He calls it air cooling. Too bad he's not reading the help wanted ads.
Great big beautiful tomorrow, just a dream away.
My beautiful sister Patty's picture for a model.
Down, Rover. Jim, Rover appreciates your joke.
Now, you're always kidding poor Patty. She's certainly prettier than either of you. Yes, John, you're a genius. Of course, this will ruin my food mixer. Not that you'd care.
Oh, good old Sarah. Always the last laugh.
Just a dream away.
Oh, that's no big deal. Anybody can do that voice activated stuff. Watch this. Roar! Speak!
John, the oven should respond to your voice command. Man has a dream, that's the stuff.
He follows his dream with my heart.
Beautiful tomorrow, just a dream away.
Thank you for joining us on Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress.
It was a Carousel of Progress. Always enjoyable. And there's never a long line or anything for it, so it's always a good time, a good way to kind of break away from the crowds and the heat during the summer. If you're ever here during the summer, I'm only here during the winter, so I don't think I'll ever be here during the summer because I don't think I can handle the humidity. I have about an hour before the next lightning lane, and that is for, I believe, Haunted Mansion. And I have one for Pirates as well, right around the same time. See Buzz Lightyear over here, that is closed, as I mentioned earlier, for refurb. So I'm gonna head on over to Adventureland. I might stop in the Hall of Presidents first, since I have a little bit of time to kill before the lightning lane is ready. And it looks like the crowd from that show that was over by the castle is now headed this way. There's a huge amount of people there. Saw from the people mover. Anyway, I'm gonna head on over to the Hall of Presidents next. Alright, headed into Liberty Square. You can kind of see Thunder Mountain poking through there. Still under refurbishment. I think it's gonna reopen, I wanna say spring next year. I'm gonna head into the Hall of Presidents. I did not do this last year. I instead bailed and did the Liberty Bell on the Rivers of America. And that was last ride on that, so that took priority. Of course, Rivers of America is now closed down. I think they're turning it into Cars Land, I think. I saw the diagram yesterday at Hollywood Studios at Walt Disney Presents. So I'm trying to get to Hall of Presidents. Just gotta weave through the crowd.
Elected by the people, from among the people. We, the people. This is a new idea, an American idea. The idea of a president.
7 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation or any nation, so conceived and so dedicated, can long endure. We are met on a great battlefield of that war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field as a final resting place for those who here gave their lives, that that nation might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this. But in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men, living and dead, who struggled here, have consecrated it far above our poor power to add or detract. The world will little note, nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. It is for us, the living, rather, to be dedicated here to the unfinished work, which they who fought here have thus far so nobly advanced. It is rather for us to be here dedicated to the great task remaining before us, that from these honored dead, we take increased devotion to that cause for which they gave the last full measure of devotion. That we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation, under God, shall have a new birth of freedom, and the government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth.
The blood of over... Ladies and gentlemen, the presidents of the United States of America. George Washington, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, James Monroe, John Quincy Adams, Andrew Jackson, Martin Van Buren, William Henry Harrison, John Tyler, James K. Polk, Zachary Taylor, Millard Fillmore, Franklin Pierce, James Buchanan, Abraham Lincoln, Andrew Johnson, Ulysses S. Grant, Rutherford B. Hayes, James A. Garfield, Chester A. Arthur, Grover Cleveland, Benjamin Harrison, William McKinley, Theodore Roosevelt, William Howard Taft, Woodrow Wilson, Warren G. Harding, Calvin Coolidge, Herbert Hoover, Franklin D. Roosevelt, Harry S. Truman, Dwight D. Eisenhower, John F. Kennedy, Lyndon B. Johnson, Richard M. Nixon, Gerald R. Ford, Jimmy Carter, Ronald Reagan, George Bush, Bill Clinton, George W. Bush, Barack Obama, Joe Biden. And now we come to the present. Once again, we place our trust in the idea of a president, as we have from the beginning.
My fellow citizens, no event could have filled me with greater anxieties than that notification on the 14th day of April, 1789, that you had selected me to lead our nation. But it was with the confidence of my fellow citizens that I took an oath. 35 simple words that have been repeated by every American president throughout history.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. So help me God.
The presidency of the United States.
Yeah, it was the Hall of Presidents. It's a good show. I don't think I'd ever done that one before. Yeah, I did. A few years ago. Alright, so now it's Lightning Lane time. Haunted Mansion, and then Pirates of the Caribbean. So I think we'll do Haunted Mansion first. So pretty much right around the same time for the Lightning Lane return time. But Haunted Mansion is right here around the corner to the right. So I'm going to head there first. Alright, next Lightning Lane is Haunted Mansion. Let's have a ride on this.
Is this haunted room actually stretching? Or is it your imagination which offers you this chilling challenge to find a way out? Of course, there's always my way.
Our library is well stocked with priceless first editions. Only ghost stories, of course. And marble busts of the greatest ghost writers the literary world has ever known. If you should decide to join us, final arrangements may be made at the end of the tour.
With your tambourine, crazy and crawly.
Ah, there you are.
Haunted Mansion. I have to say that's probably my favorite of the Haunted Mansions, just because it's longer than the Disneyland version. Most of it's pretty much the same, but you have like those like library scenes at the start. So it's a very enjoyable ride. I think I'll probably try and come back for another ride later on in the standby. Right now it's a 60-minute wait, so that's a no for now. But maybe later. See, if the park empties out towards the end of the day, might be able to squeeze in a few rides. So I headed towards Pirates next. That's the next lightning lane. During the ride, it stopped for about 5 minutes or so I was next to the like murderous bride about halfway through the ride, and I started dozing off a little bit, and I was thinking like, well, what happened if I actually like fell into a deep sleep there next to that? What kind of nightmares am I gonna have? I can only imagine. Anyways, headed towards Pirates. So that'll be the next ride. The other side of this wall was the Rivers of America, which will soon be Cars Land, probably in 2027, would be my guess. On the way to Pirates, Country Bear Jamboree. I'll have to come back for that. I didn't see it last year, and that's when they kind of updated it with new songs. So definitely will have to check that out this time around. Up here's Jingle Cruise as well. I'm going to try and get a lightning lane for that. That and Space Mountain, I think, are the next two lightning lanes that I'm going to try and get. And I still got to do the Tiki Room too, of course. Pirates, next.
Don't tell him, Carlos. Don't be cheeking.
Now, you scurvy scoundrels, do I hear 10? A hen for a 10.
10? I'll give you 20 for the rod.
To see the look on Captain Jack Sparrow's face when he hears tell 'tis only me what's got the goods. Keep still. I'm studying in map. It's the treasure map for sure and no mistake. And that scoundrel Captain Jack Sparrow no disappears he.
Alright, Pirates of the Caribbean. I don't like it as much as the Disneyland version. I feel like it's just kind of rushed. It feels faster than the Disneyland version too, and of course it's shorter. But it's still Pirates. I still love it. Up next, I think I'm going to take a break, grab some food, see what kind of mobile ordering there is around the area. And then in about an hour, hour and a half is the next lightning lane for me, and that is Tiana's. So that'll be coming up next. I just had fish and chips at the Columbia Harbor House, and now it is time for my lightning lane for Tiana's. Last year I did the Tiana's for the first time, and it was a night ride, even though I had a lightning lane, I think for about 2 o'clock earlier in the day, and every time I decided to go to ride it, it broke down. And so I think I went over there 3 or 4 times throughout the day. Finally did ride it at night, so hopefully we can get a day ride in here on Tiana's. It's actually pretty warm out. I'd say it's 76, I think, Fahrenheit, so good enough weather for a ride on a water ride here at Log Flume. Also, while I was eating, I did manage to book a couple of lightning lanes, both in the 10 o'clock hour tonight. One for Jingle Cruise and one for Space Mountain. Really do want to get an earlier time for Jingle Cruise, because that 10 o'clock time is just, it's not going to work, especially if I want to ride Tron at the end of the day. Space Mountain's fine since Tron is like right next to it, but Jingle Cruise is on the complete opposite side of the park. And with that being kind of a long ride, yeah, it'd be a very tight window. So I'm either going to have to do standby for Jingle Cruise or try to desperately to get an earlier time. I tried for like 10-15 minutes of refreshing and just could not get an earlier time for Jingle Cruise. Like nothing opened up. Anyway, still headed towards Tiana's, still trying to work my way through the crowd. I'm on the right side of the walkway, and yet, yeah, it's still hard to get through. Anyway, here's Tiana's. So let's have a ride on this. Log Flume. Rethemed to Tiana's last year. Of course, it used to be Splash Mountain. Let's head on in Tiana's. I remember last year I tried to scan in to the lightning lane with my hotel room key repeatedly. Did not work. Go figure. This time I actually did use the Chewbacca key, the correct one. But I didn't have a ride on Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
Welcome, y'all. Let's meet up with Lewis and find some musicians for our party. Look out, Bobby. Here we come.
Any fans out here? Come out, wherever you are.
All depends on you. So I work real hard each and
muero nunca. Pero bueno, el poncho,
If you're looking for musicians, you don't have far to go. Everyone on the building is so
hay una piscinita al lado mío.
Tiana was right. There are musicians out here, and they are cooking.
There's a few me. I would love for y'all to play at my party tonight.
Tiana, you were right. The Bayou's got just what we need.
I hope they all come to the party to play, but let's explore a bit more.
How's this?
time to hit me. And it's exciting.
Where did our friends go?
I don't know.
We have to find them.
Was that it? That was it. No, this is it.
These tiny musicians you found sure do bring the heat.
Choo-choo said it's time I get you back to science. But invite your little friends to tag along too.
No fue cielo grave, siempre lo podría haber hecho.
Tiana sure knows how to make a party special. Just fill it up with special people like you.
Alright, it was Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Hopefully the POV came out well. I'm not sure. Got pretty wet on the last drop there. At least the glasses did. I'm actually already dried off pretty much, so actually wasn't that bad at all. Which is great. Just got to dry the glasses off a little bit. Theming on that is very well done. Of course, it's what you expect from Disney. I don't know, I'll always miss the original Splash Mountain, of course, at both locations. That was Tiana's. Up next, I think I'm going to check out the Country Bear Jamboree and give the glasses a chance to dry off a little bit. And then afterwards, I might do the Tiki Room, and I'll continue to try to get some better lightning lanes as well. Still want to do Peter Pan's flights as well as Winnie the Pooh, since I didn't ride those last time, but they're still kind of a lower priority today. I'll try to get lightning lanes for those if I can. We'll see. Like I mentioned, Thunder Mountain all closed off right now, sadly. Perfect timing. Walk right in, doors are open.
A love song, man.
There you see her, sitting there across the way. She don't got a lot to say, but there's something about her. And you don't know why, but you're dying to try. You wanna kiss the girl. Everybody now.
wonder by wonder, over, sideways, and under. Honey, magic, copyright, a whole new world, a dazzling place I never knew. But when I'm way up here, it's crystal clear that now I'm in a whole new world with you.
You've got problems, I got it too. There isn't anything I wouldn't do for you. We stick together, we can see it through, 'cause you've got a friend in me. You've got a friend in me. The simple manifest.
Country Bear Jamboree.
Don't forget to
I
get.
think I like the previous one. They made this a lot more Disney, of course. A lot more Disney songs.
So long, folks.
Till next time. Alright, well, that was the Country Bear Jamboree, the new version. A lot more Disney songs in it. I suppose they had to do it that way, right? I still like the previous version. I vaguely remember the original Country Bear Jamboree at Disneyland, which I think was over by Splash Mountain in that area. Vaguely remember that from my childhood anyway. Up next, I'm gonna go see Jose in the Tiki Room. Still gonna mess around trying to get better lightning lane times for the remainder of the day. We'll see what I can get. Made it to the Tiki Room. Probably won't film it because I got snacks, but I'm excited to see Jose again. Alright, so it's been a minute since the Tiki Room. Just been chilling and messing around with the lightning lane, so kept trying to get an earlier time for Jingle Cruise because it is at a 70-minute standby right now. I really don't want to do that. I can't get it to budge in terms of lightning lane, so I still have a 10 o'clock, 10:15 I believe. I was able to push up Space Mountain from 10 o'clock to 7:30 I think, and it is 6:30 right now, so that's great. Just means kind of crisscrossing the park a little bit, but I don't mind. Then I tried to get Winnie the Pooh unsuccessfully for quite a while. Nothing opened up. So then I tried Peter Pan and was just able to get one for right now, 6:30. So that's where I'm headed, is Peter Pan. Winnie the Pooh was at a 35-minute standby, which is not horrendous. I actually would not mind standing in that. So I might do that after Peter Pan or maybe after Space Mountain. But yeah, that's what's coming up. So I'm making my way over to Peter Pan's flight right now. Alright, so right across from It's a Small World is Peter Pan's flight. I did not ride this last year. I was not able to get a lightning lane.
I don't know.
And I was prioritizing a bunch of other stuff anyway. So let's have a ride on this for the first time in a couple years. Alright, here we go.
And off we go!
Peter Pan's flights. I think it's a little bit longer than the one in Disneyland, if I remember correctly. I haven't ridden the one in Disneyland in a long time. I think that is the better version. Anyways, onward to Winnie the Pooh. I think I'll do the standby if I can't get a lightning lane for it on the way over there. And then on to Space Mountain after that. Alright, on the way to Winnie the Pooh, I managed to get a lightning lane. So now I'm on my way to Space Mountain for the next lightning lane, and then I'll be back here for Winnie the Pooh. And I think Jingle Cruise. Might be able to squeeze in a night ride here on Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. We'll just have to see if there's enough time. Got about 3 hours or so left in the day here. Park closes at 11, it's about 8 o'clock. So Space Mountain coming up next.
Pressure, heart attack, neck problems, motion sickness.
Alright, Space Mountain time. Let's go for a row 4 ride, Space Mountain, with the holiday overlay. Space Mountain with the holiday overlay. Not the most comfortable seats, especially for someone as tall as me. It's very hard to kind of cram into that and sit anywhere close to being comfortable, but well, it still looked fun. It still was an enjoyable ride. So next up is Winnie the Pooh, so I'm going to head back in that direction. we'll see how much time I have. Maybe I can squeeze in a ride on Seven Dwarfs for Jingle Cruise. Alright, let's go for a ride on the many adventures of Winnie the Pooh.
Wind-treated places from Disney. If you ask me, he'll never reach that tree.
Why me? Why me? Dear, hang on tightly, Roo.
For tradition, he became enamored of pussycats. Come, Tigger! Come to me! I'll make you feel just great, Mr. Come, Tigger! Follow me! Right this way! I almost bounced right out of the ride! Watch out for Heffalumps and Rudolph. They're still honey. Still honey.
Gathered together to say
Alright, lovely ride on Winnie the Pooh ride. It's very enjoyable. I like how the ride vehicle kind of moves up and down like Tigger. And yeah, I think it's actually more enjoyable and a longer ride too than the one at Disneyland. That one's actually a very short ride. The ride vehicles do kind of sway in that one too. Speaking of ride vehicles swaying, I think I'm going to try for a ride on Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. The line's gotten quite a bit longer. It was 50 minutes not that long ago, but there were fireworks while I was eating before coming to Winnie the Pooh, so after the fireworks, the crowd kind of showed up here at Seven Dwarfs. I'm still trying to squeeze in a ride before heading over to Jingle Cruise next. Right, let's go for a Row 8 night ride on Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. was a good night ride on Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. And it took about an hour, so it is now 10:11. And I think I'm still gonna try for the lightning lane at Jingle Cruise. Probably a horrendous decision, so I might miss out on Tron. But I'm willing to give it a shot, so I gotta hustle over to Jingle Cruise. That will be next. Gotta hustle by the castle. I think that's the fastest way to get to Jingle Cruise from Seven Dwarfs. I hope so, anyway. 10:16, entering Adventureland. Had to dodge a parade and a huge crowd. Somehow made it here in a few minutes, though. Almost a Jingle Cruise. I have no idea if I'm gonna be able to make it to Tron. Really need to pretty much get right on Jingle Cruise in order to have a chance. So no idea if I can. That's all part of the fun, right? I mean, I've ridden Tron quite a few times anyway, so it's not the end of the world if I miss it. This is a fun little experiment here, a little race to end the night. All right, 10:20, getting on Jingle Cruise.
It's really kind of sad because I don't see anyone. Hello? No. It's like my 8th birthday party. Looks like nobody showed up, but that's okay. I've never granted that that's Jingle Bell Rock, so I'm going to marvel at it. Go ahead. Then all the reindeer, the really, really, really tall reindeer with the bearded reindeer, the barcode reindeer, and Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, and Vixen, practicing their parallel docking. Good. Just the moment you have all been waiting for. It's the backside of I think it's temporarily closed because my friends are having a brief altercation, and then unfortunately, you'll never, ever, ever get that.
Alright, so that was the world famous Jingle Cruise. I do have the additional scenes there in the caves. Of course, get the backside of water, all the classics that you normally have on the Jungle Cruise. So it is now 10:42. And it's probably about a 10-minute walk or so over to Tron, so yeah, I think I should have enough time to make it over to the other side of the park and have one last ride of the night on Tron Lightcycle Run. So I'll see you guys over there. Just like last year, finishing off at Tron Lightcycle Run. I believe this is our queue right here. I think it's posted a 70-minute wait right now. I don't know, what do you guys think? Last time it was cut down to like 15. Last ride of the night, Tron. After 23 minutes, made it to this point. And after about a half an hour, made it to the main room. So let's have a ride, final ride of the night, Tron Lightcycle Run. Let's go for a back row ride, and I believe this has the Tron Aries overlay with 9 Inch Nails music. Is that right?
Prepare for upload sequence. Remember, hold on, keep your head up, and face forward. Detecting malicious code. No concerns.
I am Master Control and have taken over. Your new directive, spread my code throughout the grid. Do so or be derailed. Launch.
is now mine.
Negative. Malicious code neutralized. Great work, Team Blue. Your run helped us track and eliminate this program.
Alright, so it's back row, last ride of the night on Tron Lightcycle Run. I'd say the ride is probably a little bit more enjoyable than the Tron Ares movie, which wasn't great. Ride was fun though. It is on the shorter side, as I mentioned last year's vlog. It was a very enjoyable ride, I think. Snappy launch too. It's just an overall solid ride. You can see the red overlay here for the Tron Ares movie. I think they're getting rid of that at the end of January, I want to say. So it'll be back to normal next time I'm here next year. So with that ride, that'll bring an end to today's vlog here at Magic Kingdom, day 2 of this trip. Hopefully you guys enjoyed a little tour of the park and all the various different rides. I do love Magic Kingdom, and hopefully Big Thunder will be back up pretty soon. So up next in tomorrow's vlog is going to be Epcot. And it's another long day, as these Disney days usually are. So I think I'm at about 18,000 steps or so. 16, 17,000 yesterday. Racking them up. My feet are not sore because I am wearing on clouds. So my feet are very comfortable. So anyways, with that, signing off from Magic Kingdom and Tron once again. Take care, guys. Oh, it's 11:45 right now, so I'm guessing it's probably going to be about 1 o'clock getting back to the hotel, because we got the long walk here back to the ferry, if it's still running. I think it is. Either that or the monorail. Back to the TTC, and then if the trams aren't running, it's going to be a long hike back to the car. So, do you guys think I'm going to make it to 9 a.m. at Epcot? Stay tuned in the next vlog to find out. Main Street all lit up. Not nearly as crowded as it was when I first got here. And hopefully this vlog kind of helped some of you out there to see just how much can actually be done on an extremely busy day here at Magic Kingdom. I was just thinking about this too. I don't even know what my favorite ride is here. I mean, of course I love Pirates. Tron's a candidate. Big Thunder's a candidate. I honestly don't know what my actual favorite here in this park is. What would you guys say? Let me know in the comments. Alright, if I had to pick one, I guess I would say Tron. Just because of how different it is from anything else I've ridden. I don't know though. Would you guys agree? Alright, that's enough rambling from me. I hope the ferry's open. So I'm headed this way. Well, I am saving some steps, because the tram is now running. Yay! Now this is more like it. Last car standing in the area. Last night there was still a bunch of cars parked around me. This is what I'm used to.